Right folks, bit of an update. I did some other videos on my Go Plus camera, but for some reason it won't let me load up on YouTube just yet. I've had a right to do, but I think I've cracked it now. The second prototype, yet again it blew the steel canister that vaporizes the waste oil and plastic, so that was scrapped, but I still needed to use my flux distillation. So I built another one using a stainless steel cylinder, and then that fuel vapor comes out of there and then into the flux distillation unit. Same principle, burner, heats that up, and then I've got the injector, a high pressure pump spraying the atomized whatever I'm converting. At the moment it's oil, waste oil, spraying with an atomizing jet into a probably about 600 to 700 degrees hot cylindrical stainless steel cylinder. The idea is the spray droplets or the atomized oil droplets fall to the bottom, and as they fall to the bottom they vaporize. Then that vaporize then rises to the top, but also gets hit by the spray in of waste oil, which helps to cool that heavier molecule vapor droplets back down to re-vaporize, and then you get that same cycle until the lighter vapor eventually passes through into my flux column. At the moment it's producing around about 5 litres of not crude, but a light, I wouldn't say diesel because that's not the right term for it, a light, slightly heavy oil, same consistency as diesel. So I'm just about 5 litres an hour, which then goes into that can, and then out of that can it goes into a pressurized filtration system, 5 micron, 2 micron, that's just a beaded medium in the bottom of that. And then out of that I then put into my mixing tank assembly, which is with a down to a 1 micron filter, but I'm mixing with a bit of diesel, just a bit of diesel. This is what's coming out of the micron filter, and that's what I'm getting at the moment. So yeah, because it's slightly heavy than I would like it to be, so I put in a bit of kerosene or a bit of white diesel, and then I mix it up in the mixing tank, and also I heat it up as a little bit as well, just to speed up the filtration system. And then comes out of that and then into my 1 micron filter. I'm going to get another one I've got another one of these on order, and I'm going to have 2 in parallel, so it gives me a bit more flow rate of the filtering. But I reckon I could speed it up by putting a more high pressure pump. It's just running on a central heating pump at the moment, which is not really a lot of oomph when you're trying to pass through a really fine filter. If you can see that alright. And there's me homemade fuel for the diesel engine. Now I've read in reports that I could probably get rid of the colour by getting some crystallized silicate crystal silicate, I can't say it, but it's basically, you can get it in a cat litter, but it's got a big silicate crystal, not stone type cat litter, and then that should remove most of the colour to give you a clearer substance fuel. I'm going to try and try a bit with bleach, see if that'll make it clearer, but it's just for cosmetic reasons really. It's not going to do any difference to my engine having a slight colour to it. The only thing with this fuel is, like my friend John has pointed out to me, is it can be mistaken as red diesel, and it's been mixed with a bit of engine oil to try and mask the red dye in it. I've got to assure you, it is my homemade fuel. Right, so I've already made 50 litres, put one can in, another can that's been all filtered and pre-mixed, she's ready to go in the van. There she is. You see, it's quite a sort of acetone, not acetone, but quite not acetic, aromatic smell to it. Got the same consistency as diesel. I'm hoping to get the in production up to something more 7, even 10 litres an hour by changing the jet. At the moment the jet I got in there is a 1.1. I'm probably going to change it to a 1.5, which will probably increase my production. I need to find the right balance. If I'm spraying in too much in, it's going to start filling up the cylinder, and then it's not going to get hot because it's trying to boil what's in there. I need it to be vaporizing on contact, so I need to get the right amount going in to what I'm getting out, otherwise I'll flood the chamber, and we don't want the flood the chamber would be all day, so it will reduce reduction. Right, I've had a couple of problems with it though. The lift pump that supplies this lot doesn't supply enough and causes my preheater tank to overheat because it starts emptying itself, and the thermostat then has a false register of how much heat it should be in there, and it's getting too hot. Right, thanks for watching.